Alright guys, Papa Pepper here on a backhoe today. Doing part 7 of the Why We Homestead. So this is just from our point of view, my point of view, Papa Pepper here. This isn't something that covers everyone's beliefs or philosophies or purposes or reasons for certain lifestyle choices. Although despite a lot of those type of things, it seems there's a lot of overlap sometimes in the homesteading community. So one of the reasons that we choose to homestead is that, so you can see, we want to live our life together as a family, and we have our reasons for that. We want to be able to drop the cost of living to increase the quality of life, and we want to be able to provide a lot of our own needs. And when you combine all that, hopefully the goal is that we're going to have a lot less expenses, and with a lot less expenses there'll be a lot less need to earn large amounts of money. The land I'm sitting on right now, we own. Depending on how much we build on it, the homesteading credit may offset the property tax, so we may not even have to pay property tax on it. So this land might be a one-time expense. That would be super cool. The house, preparing the site for it, going to get working on that in the near future here, but looks like we're going to be able to afford to buy that, build it out of pocket, without any mortgage, without any loan, without having to pay any interest. So if we don't have to have rent or mortgage payments for the rest of our life, again, it's another huge expense crossed off the list. And as we provide for more of our own needs, with food and other things, it's just one more giant step in the right financial direction as far as we're concerned. So now we get to the point where, rather than having to be some sort of entrepreneur and make hundreds of thousands in a year just to cover my costs, I should be able to take care of tens of thousands, or maybe even less, to cover our costs. And there's going to be dental and medical and certain expenses that you're not going to be able to get rid of, vehicle insurance, that type of stuff. But part of it is, if you're, where I'm getting at in this is just being self-employed. If you're employed by someone else, the reason they hire you is because you make them money. I mean, that's it. Yes, you get some money in return, but you're making them more than what they're paying you, otherwise they wouldn't hire you. So pretty much your time and your effort there is earning a lot more money than the portion that you're going to get, which is good for somebody else, but it's not so good for you. Part of what I want to do is have my time and money, effort, invested to give me the biggest return I can, and that's not really going to happen working for somebody else, making somebody else money. Therefore, I've got to do things in a way that allows me to be self-employed, to work for myself, to do a certain job if I determine it's worthwhile, and if not, don't waste my time with it. Even a lot of times with online stuff, a lot of people are just digital sharecroppers. They're putting their effort and their time, their energy out there, making somebody else money. I think Facebook would be a great example. Facebook has made certain people a lot of money. The vast majority of people, it's made no money. Here on Steemit, at least everyone has a chance to make money, and even if people are only getting a few cents, that's a few more cents than some places, Facebook being used as the example, has ever given the vast majority of people. I guess there are ways to make money on Facebook, but the vast majority of people never do. So same thing with YouTube. And part of just trying to be self-employed and needing to earn less money is, if you look at a lot of people, a 40-hour work week sometimes is rare, especially if you're going to be doing a good job. Oftentimes people are 50, 60 hours. I remember putting in 72-hour work weeks. I forget what the biggest one I ever put in, but it was bad. It was a lot of hours in a week. You'll have to look that up. But the point is, when you spend so much time and energy And then you still have to sleep. Like every once in a while you just fall over and fall asleep, even if you don't try to. So that takes up time too. And after you work so long and so hard for somebody else, making them money and getting a portion yourself, you get home, what do you want to do? Take your shoes off, turn on the television, eat some comfort food, maybe you drink a beer, maybe you get high, maybe you do whatever it is that you do. But you're mentally and physically fatigued. You don't want to do anything else. You just want to relax. If you just got home from work, your wife just got home from work, your kids just got home from school, you really don't exactly want to sit around and hear everything about their days because you're physically exhausted. Your mind is done for the day. You don't want to think anymore. You want amusement. Amusement. Amusement means not thinking. So what you want to do, just turn on the television, play some video games, do something, fall asleep, and then you wake up and you do the whole thing again tomorrow. I mean, if that's what you like to do and that's what you want to do, that's okay. But in my mind, if it was for me, when I lived my life the way I considered it, lame and pathetic. Looking back on it, it was a waste of a lot of years that I'll never get back. Waste of a lot of my life that now is forever gone. So if I'm able to be self-employed, if I'm able to need less money, even here, I mean, I don't know what I've done today. Well, I mailed some stuff, took care of breakfast for the family. I'm on a backhoe now, gonna try pushing over some trees here in a bit. I've been doing some chainsawing, doing some other things, but my day is very varied. I can work on gardening for a bit, I can take care of some animal chores, I could do something in the woods, I can create some, content for Steemit, I could do something else, and I don't have to sit there and invest, 10 hours on a backhoe without a break, just working. I can break it up, which is good for your mind, it's good for your body. You're not going to get strained by a repetition of work, and it keeps things interesting. So just part of why we homestead is that I want to be the one making my money. I don't want to be making somebody else their money. If I need money, I'd rather make it for myself. I'd rather be able to kind of choose my own hours. If I can't sleep at night, I can get up and do stuff. You can't go punch in at Burger King if you can't sleep at night and put in a couple hours of work to earn a little extra for your family. Just can't do that. But from your own property, doing your own thing, homesteading, you can. And as I said, moving forward, I don't want to have to rely on any off-site income. I want to be free to take a drive to town if I want to, but I don't want to have to drive to town every day, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, just to work for somebody else and make them money. That's it's not my long-term goal in life. And then wait till I'm really old if I haven't died, and then maybe get to relax a bit. I made the joke when I was first moving down to Arkansas. People were like, "Why are you moving to Arkansas?" I said, "Well, here's a great place to retire." They'd look at me. But I mean, I want to get off the hamster wheel. I don't just want to be another spoke in somebody else's tire, printing them money. So that's was that reason 7? Why we homestead. Papa out.